But then I roll out of there about 4 before the rest of the traffic gets on the road. I left yesterday at work. Left work yesterday at about between 4:15 and 4:20, and it was a nightmare. There was so much traffic. It was terrible. There's always people on Twitch, it's just not a prime English-speaking time frame. Yeah, and then that's a good question, Cucumber Brothers. I do work in cybersecurity. Oh no, that's fair. That's fair. I hadn't actually considered that. Is that what you've got going now? Well, no, you said you prefer the mornings and you don't like to eat, or maybe something very light and then eat afterwards. So some of what I do, about this much what I do, Cucumber Brothers, is hacking stuff. So when you talk about cybersecurity, you break it down basically into 2 categories. You've got your red team and your blue team. The red team are the good guy hackers, and the blue team are the defenders. And most of what I do falls under blue team stuff. I monitor logs and watch what people are doing. And I don't do as much of that in a leadership role, but I do my share because it's still a relatively small team compared to the amount of work that we have to do. And then we work on projects to make things more secure along the way. So yeah, not just hacking, but right now one of my guys is going through, we have some security cameras. Actually, we have a lot of security cameras through our network, and some of them are installed with bad passwords. So we're going through and literally checking every single one by hand. We could script it out, but it's more fun to look through the cameras. Yeah, no, graveyard is hard. Much respect to those people who do that, because that is a brutal time. Especially, I mean, when I was a younger single man, I didn't mind it because nobody calls you, nobody bothers you. You just sort of do your thing, and then if you have time left over, you mess around, and if you don't have time left over, then you just keep working. Yeah, I did more than my share of graves, but yeah, no, with family and getting older and stuff, no interest in that anymore. Occasionally we have to, but occasionally we also have, 40-something hour cycles if we're doing an incident response for a huge sunlight person. Yeah, I like my vitamin D. I always remember that when I was in high school, the military recruiters coming down. I knew I was going to go in the Army, so the military recruiters are coming to talk to me, and they're like, your scores would make you great for nuclear submarines. I'm like, it's a great skill, but I want to see the sunlight more than once every 6 months. Couldn't do it. All right, set number 1. And 7. And again, much respect to those people who can. That's a really important job, and I appreciate those men and women who can do it. Not my idea of a good time. Yeah, no worries, my friend. So, password crackers, it depends on what kind of password cracker it is. It just depends. Some of them, they will just try and iterate. They'll start with, let's say the letter A, lowercase, and they'll go A through Z, and then capital A through Z, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, and then they'll go A, B, A, C, and they'll just try and iterate until they crack the password. Some of them will use dictionaries, so that's brute forcing. Some of them will use dictionaries where they have a list of 2.5 or 3 million words or 10 million words, and they'll just try guessing those things. And some of them will be like, not real words, but like ABC 1, 2, 3. They'll throw in characters, whatnot, common ones especially. There's, I don't know if you ever saw the old movie Hackers. Not one of the best films ever made, but a fun ride if you like computer security. And they said that the 5 most common passwords are love, secret, sex, God, and password. That really still holds up, which is really terrifying. Not a good thing. So yeah, you can do a dictionary attack against passwords as well. And it just depends on, ideally somebody's not allowing real words or common words to be used in their passwords. There are solutions that when somebody types in a password, you can check it against the list and go, yeah, no, that's a terrible password, don't do that. and make them change it. But a lot of websites and stuff, they're like, as long as you put a password in that you can remember, we don't care. Not our problem, that's on you. All right. And 7. Found some lazy CSS on a site lacking sanitation. Is that near your area of expertise? I am not really a developer. From a blue team perspective, as far as advising other people when a tool tells me that, yeah. And unsolicited computer advice, thanks for being here. Thanks for swinging through. So give my phone back, will 1234 be a good password? It's a lot of characters. Yeah, so the short version, Cucumber Brothers, in this day and age, longer is better. Don't make it too obvious, but not your site, but a very, very popular one. So if they have a contact, a lot of websites nowadays will say, hey, if you find something wrong, it's even better if they if they have a bug bounty program, either through HackerOne or BugCrowd, or just something internally where you can report to it. But a lot of times they'll have a security team that you can report it to. And maybe you get a reward, maybe you don't. Maybe you just get that warm, fuzzy feeling inside for being one of the good guys. So yeah, look for that on their website if you think it is exploitable. HWBot, if you're familiar. I'm not familiar with HWBot. Yeah, I CSS, fair enough, a hardware engineer, nice, okay. So yeah, not my area of expertise. But we have a good time with it anyhow, as far as development goes. That's why I have developers that I can work with and I can make sure they're doing the right things. All right, set number 3. Come on, get our hands in the right position. And 7. Oh, good. Pick it up here. I want to get through 3 more sets before we call it a day. So unsolicited computer advice, UCA. What kind of hardware do you do? What kind of engineering do you do? Deep down at IC design, or more at the component level, or PLC kind of stuff? I'm always curious. I love talking to technical people and picking their brains. Undergrad computer electrical engineer. All right. What do you want to do then? How about that? And 7. Because the OT embedded space is pretty hot right now. With microcontrollers and of course microprocessor controlled stuff. For stuff that people don't think about. I used to have a client, I was on the consulting side of computers, and they built water filtration systems. And a lot of it was very mechanical, you know, pipes and filters and pumps and stuff like that. But at the heart of it was a PLC-driven computer, and they had people to build them, you know, to design the circuits and build them, and people to program them. It was pretty cool. HDLs, okay, Able, Verilog, assembly, and use C++. So memory pointers, Python for OOP, for the FPGA, ASIC design. Nice. You're getting deep in there then. Are you a true bit head? Are you down in there dreaming in ones and zeros? All right, 2 more sets. Let's get some. And 7. Oh. 1 more set we want to get in there. The true value of any computing device is, can it say that? I think that's the secret, isn't it? Oh, goodness. Okay, so let's say if you would use your skills, your IT skills to hack individual people, how much could your IT skills allow you to know? Let's say about me. Would it be general? Be a hard thing for you to find out someone on the internet anymore? You don't even have to be a hacker. There are sites out there. OSINT, if that's what you're looking for, and this is not a secret, so no Munkatee OS. It's OSINT or OS Open Source Intelligence. There are some very good articles if that is the side of cybersecurity you are interested in. Some very good articles on open source intelligence and intelligence gathering, and I'd recommend starting there. It's not that hard to find people. If you know a name, I mean, even something like LinkedIn, if you know a name and don't even have to know who they work for, but like what kind of job they do, you can stalk on people pretty quickly, and then you connect it to, and a lot of times, I don't know, again, oh, that's very cool. That is very cool. Yeah, no, please jump in if you have thoughts. But a lot of people put their phone numbers on LinkedIn, and you take that phone number and then punch it back into Facebook. It's game over. You got their profile, right? Sneakers, probably one of the best hacker movies out there. Absolutely. Social engineering is underrated. 100%. That's really, it's computers have gotten so much better on the defensive side. Cybersecurity has gotten that much better. It's not impossible, but it's so much easier to hack people than it is to hack computers. It's more personality and charisma rather than in-depth computer skill. There's still something elegant about a good solid computer hack, and if you really get into it, be one of the good guys, all right? Work for the good team. Seven. One for your mama, one for your wife, one for your girlfriend, and one for pride. That's our last set. Feels good. Yeah, social engineering. That's one of the most important things that I have to work with my users on. Because even stupid things like what they call BEC, business email compromise, it's amazing what can happen. Every day, literally every day, it seems that my company gets emails saying, hey, this is so-and-so, and there's some director or VP or president or something like that. I'm having some problems with my bank. Can you change my direct deposit? It looks legit. And you say, sure, no problem. Here's the form, fill this out and send it back to me. I have had people literally send back that form filled out with a fake check, or I guess it was a real check, voided out, of course, but it had a routing number and a bank number. And I don't want to say that we have fallen for that. But is address even that important to hackers? So different hackers have different motivations. That's really what you have to be mindful of when we're talking about hackers. A state-sponsored hacker probably doesn't care, right? They're looking to do espionage, state versus state. They could be doing espionage, state versus a corporation. But if it's state versus corporation, maybe they want to try, or even state versus state, maybe they want to try and flip you to become an agent for them. So if I get your address, again, all theory here, I could show up at your house and either try and entice you with money or threaten you, threaten you and your family and say, if you don't provide us information, but I'm not that interesting, I don't know if you are, but I'm certainly not, nobody cares. So nobody's coming for me. In that case, if it's identity theft or identity fraud, an address is important. Hey, we're going to use Dan's identity. We're going to open a new credit card. Where we're going to send the bills to. Here's his address. So that can be important. If it's a hacktivist, someone who's interested in getting their political or socioeconomic or environmental message across, an address isn't that big a deal. Giuseppe, thanks for being here. Appreciate you hanging out. Yeah, we're getting ready to wrap this up. Easy peasy to reset pretty much everything someone does online with that cell. Yeah, no, if you can get the cell phone number and port out the number, get that multi-factor token. That's why NIST, for the US-based people. NIST is your National Institute of Standards and Technologies. They stopped recommending SMS or text-based multi-factor authentication because of that. Again, it depends on your level of risk. I have a medium, not really a low level of risk, not really a high level of risk. I still don't use SMS for my multi-factor. So like with Twitch, you use the Authy app, which can still be problematic. Hopefully, it doesn't get sent to the wrong place. But since if I were to port out the number and then install Authy, it would still be a different Authy token. So it shouldn't work. I should be protected from that. But yeah, if you're using pure SMS, and then Signaling System 7, which is the back end of the telecommunications system, if you are sophisticated enough, is not particularly secure. So if you can get involved with that, just capturing traffic's not that hard. Locating phones anywhere on the planet, SS7 is amazing for that. Someone come take those gym machines. Yeah. Then I'd have to claim the insurance and buy all new stuff, right? So I don't know. Come on down. Just dump their IMEI, activate your own SIM, SAB for the victims, various 2FA, Authy for casual stuff, OTP, Google, MS apps for others. I love my YubiKey. If you can steal my YubiKey off my person, more power to you, right? Ideally, if you're holding me and trying to steal it off my person, I can snap it in half. I have a backup YubiKey stored in a secure location that I can go and retrieve at that point, so I can still gain access, but with a snapped YubiKey, you're never getting into my stuff, right? So yeah. The trick is finding somebody who can actually use it. I have and I update them every once in a while. So I've got the new YubiKey 5 with the NFC, but like my Android phone doesn't do NFC UTP, so it's like, or OTP rather, not UTP, one-time passwords, or auth over NFC. So it's like, well, okay. YubiKey, so it's YUBI. And the company, just put that into Google, or DuckDuckGo is even better because it will respect your privacy. Yeah, it's a type of hardware authenticator, and there's different ones. Some are more expensive than others. They have different uses, but it is, as long as you don't lose it, you'll be in really good shape. All right. So I think that's it today, fellas. And ladies and gentlemen, I shouldn't say that, boys and girls of all ages, dudes, that's our gender neutral, right? I'm a dude, you're a dude, she's a dude, he's a dude, we're all dudes. No, absolutely, no. On these workout streams, wherever the conversation goes, that's where we start talking. If you came into the weekly cybersecurity show we do on Wednesday nights and started talking about workout, I'd be like, well, let's try and stay on track, right? But these workout streams, yes, it is Cucumber Butters, it is a USB stick. So no, we talk about whatever we talk about on these workout streams. Cucumber Butters, thanks for being here. Yeah, I'm going to pull the plug. I'm looking at the time here, 5:53 a.m. locally here in the western U.S. I've got to get my breakfast. I've got to go eat my avocado, my cheese, and drink my protein shake. According to that, I've hit 500 calories burned a day. I'm not sure how much I believe that. We'll compare that number against the two workouts that we recorded. See you another time, day after tomorrow. Yeah, so tomorrow is a rest day. I am batching it, so tomorrow is going to be a Call of Duty day, and y'all don't want to watch me stream Call of Duty. Trust me on this one. Just got the game, and I've got about less than 3 hours of multiplayer, so I'm still stinking pretty bad. So Sunday morning is when we're going to be, the next official stream is going to be 5:30 a.m. Pacific time. Be working out just because I like to sleep in a little bit on Sundays, right? No, nobody wants to watch me play Call of Duty. I start raging too. I know I don't know the maps. I know I don't have anything unlocked yet. And I still start raging, so that's no fun. The other thing is, a friend of mine just bought an Xbox last night. I don't have a good way to stream from my Xbox either. I like playing on controller and I like playing on console, because then I don't have to chase the hardware dragon as far as constant upgrades. Well, I appreciate that, Cucumber Brothers. I really do. So next official stream, 5:30 a.m. Pacific on Sunday morning. We'll be working out again. We got to do it, keep our fitness up. Like the stream title says, beach bodies start in November. So that's our plan. We're going to get to that point where we're like, all right, we can actually go out on the beach and people will be like, damn, look at that old guy. I'm like, okay, let's do it. So yeah, 8:30 EST. Friday, now you're messing with my head. Sunday. So stream schedule, Sunday morning, 5:30 a.m. Pacific, 8:30 Eastern. Monday, Tuesday, 4:30 a.m. Pacific, 7:30 Eastern. Wednesday night, 8:30 p.m. Or excuse me, I said 8:30, 18:30, right? 6:30 p.m. Pacific time for our talk show. And then Thursday, Friday, 4:30 a.m. Pacific, 7:30 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, I really am out of time. I'm going to be in trouble if I don't get moving pretty quick like here. I got to feed a dog still because my daughter's dog doesn't like to eat out of the bowl. He likes to be hand fed. I'm like, you are a spoiled rotten mutt. Good doggo, but still spoiled rotten. Wow. Oh, Cucumber Brothers. A 70-year-old. Wow. That's brutal. Holy cow. And no, I am not 70 years old. Jiminy Christmas. I try not to dox myself. Holy cow. No, that's not very nice either. I try not to dox myself and give away. I am older than 40 and younger than 50. How about that? Wow, 70-year-old. Rocking that 70-year-old. I know I got gray hair, but that's brutal. Wow. I know you're just kidding. That's the point of Twitch, right? We like it. I got some good laughs today. Thank you all for being here. My name is Dan. This has been Defensible Risk. At Defensible Risk on Twitter. DefensibleRisk@protonmail.com if you want to email me securely. If you want to do it securely, you have to start with Proton Mail as well. It's a free service. We can, if you have any questions, DefensibleRisk.com to see an archive of all of our technical and cybersecurity related content. And then if you're watching anywhere else, it is twitch.tv/DefensibleRisk to come right back here. I do appreciate you. CNN hair. You know, somebody has told me I look like, what's his name, Anderson Cooper. I'm like, okay. I mean, because I wear collared shirts and sometimes suits to work. So you get all gussied up with a nice tie and whatnot. And yeah, you weren't the only one. But yeah, no, I appreciate that. CNN hair, yes. At 4:30 in the morning, CNN hair is not quite there. But yeah, we're going to get there. So thank you all again for hanging out. I really do appreciate you. I'm way behind schedule now. So I'm going to get on the road late, which is okay. I love talking to you all. But that makes plus or minus 5 minutes, the commute changes. Everybody have a nice weekend. Thank you, Cucumber Brothers. Unsolicited Computer Advice, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for chatting. Giuseppe, thanks for being here. I know you were here for a while and had to jet. Have a great weekend. Tisai, thank you. Josh is old. Monkey, Deacon, I appreciate you all. And yeah, we will at least officially talk to you on Sunday morning. Till we speak again, be safe. Thanks for being here.